What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Paul. This is the Leeds Therapy. So you can tell by my voice, it's been a good evening, a very good evening. I thought I'd try something a little bit different. I've just gotten back to the car. So it is just gone after 10:30. I'm just sitting, just trying to calm down after what was a brilliant 4-1 performance by the boys. Just absolutely fantastic to a man. Absolutely brilliant. What a great game. Crowd were electric. Everything was just as it needed to be. There was fight, there was determination, there was some silky play. You know, we've just beaten 4-1 a Crystal Palace team that are currently sitting 5th in the league, or were sitting 5th in the league, and with one of, if not the best away records in the Premier League. And we've just starched them 4-1. Now, the lineup, I think, threw everybody because Brendy made it back into the starting lineup again. And I was trying to work out the formation that he was actually doing. So we did I'm going to say 3-4-2-1, I think. Is that enough? 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 3, 4. I think we went 3-4-2-1. I think that's what he did with Okafor and Aronson playing off of Calvert-Lewin. And we might have done it as a way of maybe trying to just confuse people, or just to make it seem a little bit different, or to try and make it feel like we were doing stuff a little bit differently. And for the first 27 minutes of the first half, it was very attritional. It was very much a case of Palace were quite happy to sit off. We were quite happy to sit off. And it was very cagey. It was nobody wanted to kind of make a mistake, and nobody wanted to kind of really sort of commit and, you know, cause any problems or make any problems or anything like that. But there was a ball that was played over to Okafor that really got everybody going. And we were getting corners, we were getting long throws. My only criticism from the first half is that we were just sitting a little bit too deep. I think we were paying them, and we've had a habit of doing this season, we were paying them a little bit too much respect in the first half, up until the point where we let Okafor loose. And then Calvert-Lewin gets involved with his long throw-ins, and he practiced them in the warm-up before the game. And when I say he practiced them, he threw one ball, basically. And it was like, yep, that's good, I'm fine. And it just caused Crystal Palace all sorts of problems. Just like mega problems. So for Calvert-Lewin's goal, the ball comes in, it comes off their defender Richards. Calvert-Lewin takes the shot. It's really well saved by Henderson, in fairness. And then he's there to snaffle up the rebound, and that's 5 in 5 for Calvert-Lewin. And he's the first Leeds United player to do that since, I forget the name, Johnny Cooper's done an absolutely ridiculous stat on that, by the way. First Leeds United player to score in 5 consecutive games for a very long time. Then that just seemed to up us a little bit more. And we were then happy to not press a lot higher, but just to move ourselves higher up the pitch. So instead of our back three sitting sort of like halfway in the half, if you like, what they then did is they moved up to the halfway line, and Crystal Palace couldn't cope with it. And we were getting corner after corner, we were getting throw-in after throw-in, and it was just relentless pressure. And the throw-in then comes over from the right-hand side. Biol just comes out of nowhere. It's a really nice, flat, speedy trajectory. Biol gets the flick on, and Calvert-Lewin's there to just put the ball in the back of the net, and it's just an amazing goal, considering as well that he's being held off. The way he stoops to it to get his head to it is just absolutely brilliant. And that's 6 now in 5 for Calvert-Lewin. Brilliant, particularly in his first season as well. He now has 7 overall for the season, by the way. Not bad for a free signing. Half-time comes. We're all like, what the hell just happened in the last, 10-15 minutes of that first half? That's, just nuts. Nobody expected it to be that way. I was quite concerned. I had a knot in my stomach. I was a bit worried about how the game was going to go. And then you let the half-time sort of kind of wear on. It then goes into the second half. And my first thought is right, like, lads, just keep it tight for the first 15 minutes and we'll be we should be fine. We should be absolutely fine. I think it's important also to note that Biol absolutely pocketed, and I mean pocketed, Mateta fantastically well. Absolutely brilliantly well. There's a lot to be said about that. The second half, we were electric when we came out in the second half. It was just so pleasing to see. You know, they got a corner early on, but then we kind of wrestled control back again, and we were just electric. Just every time we went forward, we looked like we were going to score. Every time we went forward, it looked like we were going to get a goal. Every time we went forward, there was nice little changes of passing and, you know, movement, and there was always somebody wanting and showing for the ball. And like on the left-hand side between Stack, Goodmanson, just that little 1-2 touches was just absolutely brilliant to see. And then we get the corner on their left-hand side. Stack puts the corner in. It's headed out, but then Brendy headers it back into the goal mouth again. Biol again puts a little flick on there. He's the absolute assist maestro at this point. Little flick on. Ampadu's the quickest to react to it, puts it in, and they've got to check it for offside. We all knew he was onside because when Biol's flicking the ball, he's about a foot onside as it is anyways. And it's 3-0 and it's pandemonium. The crowd is going mental. It's just absolutely mental. But then it was like we nearly scored a fourth from another corner again. I don't know how Henderson kept it out, but it was Stroik that nearly scored it. But we nearly get the fourth from another corner that Henderson puts out. And then the substitutions start to get made and the changes are kind of made as the second half kind of progresses. But DCL came off, Ampadu came off, and Okafor came off as well. And we had Gruev, we had Nonto come on. And we also had Pirro come on as well. And we kind of lost control a little bit of the game. And you could see Pirro's not a hold-up guy, so it's a bit difficult. It's a bit wrong, really, to ask him to try and be a hold-up man one. That's not his role. That's not what he does. And we did lose a little bit of control of the game. But then there were just times where we were just not quite right at it. But then they charge through. They get a penalty towards the end of the game to make it 3-1. And then we're all panicking. Well, I'm panicking because I'm thinking, oh God, they could get some more here. And it's like, it's 3-0. We shouldn't be worried. We should not be worried. But really, really bizarre chain of events where we break forward. Gruev's like the furthest player forwards. He waits for the tackle. It looks like the tackle comes inside the box and it looks like it should be a penalty to us. It goes to VAR, and then they explain that it's from outside the actual, and they show it on the big screen as well, that the actual contact happens outside of the box. So it's a free kick. So Stack just puts the ball down, says, I'll have this, lads. Just sit back, relax, just let me do it. And absolutely puts a pinger. Henderson had no chance. Up and over the wall, swerve, flip, dip, dodge, dive, whatever you want to call it. Puts it into the bottom left-hand corner. I say bottom left-hand corner, middle left-hand corner. Henderson doesn't move. The pace on the ball is ridiculous. It's 4-1. It's pandemonium. Thank you very much. Good night. Merry Christmas. And that's and we're done. What a way to round off 2025. I am so happy because that team is not a team that's going to go down if it plays like that, especially in the second half. If it does those things that it did there, like it did in the second half, we should be absolutely fine. And with Nemecha to throw back into the mix, but we played another system tonight, another system, and it worked. It worked. So kudos to Farker again. You know, there was big support for him tonight as well, which was really pleasing to see because he's turned it around. He's absolutely turned it around. Just unbelievable to a man. And it's difficult who you give man of the match to. I mean, Biol was absolutely brilliant. Rodon, I didn't know Rodon was a winger. Who knew? But Aronson is very, very close to getting man of the match for me. What he did tonight that was very, very different was that he was a lot quicker in making the decisions that he needed to make. He didn't rush it too much. He didn't try to lose the ball too much. He actually showed technical ability tonight, which was really pleasing to see. I thought Calvert-Lewin, he's there when you need him to be. His hold-up play was brilliant. His hold-up play was fantastic tonight. Just the way he got the ball, brought people into the game, heading the ball down. Just his 2 goals that he took were absolutely fantastic. Struijk had a shot in the first half that was deflected for a corner as well. Just everybody stepped up to the plate tonight, and that second half is how we should play every single game from now until the end of eternity. We've got some tough games coming up over the next few weeks, and this just helps with those games. It's really, really important that we do what we need to do. January is so key for us now, so key. Nonto was good as soon as he came on as well. Cameo straight away was firing about all over the place and doing everything that you want Nonto to do. Pirro, I feel a little bit for Pirro. Tanaka was fine when he came on. Gruev was fine when he came on. Like I said, we lost control a little bit, but people were throwing themselves into tackles. They were doing everything that they needed to do to win, to win the game and get the 3 points over the line. Yes, it's disappointing that we didn't get the clean sheet, but what are you going to do? We've run out 4-1 winners against the team with the best away record going at the moment in the Premier League, which is Crystal Palace, according to the insight information that I got. And they're sitting 5th in the Premier League at this moment in time. Nobody's done that to Crystal Palace. We bullied them, we pressed them, we were technically better than them, particularly in the second half. We just were better all round. Our game plan was executed to near perfection in the second half. The only issues that I've got was that we were too deep for the first 25 minutes in the first half, and we lost our way a little bit after it went to 3-1 with the substitutions that were made, but then we get the goal to make it 4-1 and it's absolutely fine. So we now sit so many points clear, 6 points clear of 18th. I think we're in 16th now on goal difference, which is important. That's all you can ask. Positive. Everybody walks out of the ground, and it was really nice. Everybody was like happy and singing and cheering and carrying on. Just absolutely brilliant. That's everything that you want to see as it goes. I am ecstatic at this moment in time. You're not going to get the normal intros and outros for me. You know all of the good stuff from me. It'll be where it needs to be. It'll do everything that it needs to do. I'm going to go home now because I need some fluid because my throat is killing me. Take care of each other. Most importantly, take care of yourself, guys. 4-1. We round off 2025 at Ellen Road. Happy campers. Thank you as ever for watching. I really do appreciate it. On to the next one. Cheers.